Chasing clients is the fastest way to burn out as a coach. But let's be real. No one likes begging for sales. You're sending DMs, doing all those one-to-one calls and chasing lead after lead, but nobody's buying from you. And you're still struggling to get high ticket deals. What if I told you that the most successful high ticket coaches, they don't chase clients at all. Instead, they build a community that sells for them. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how you can stop selling one to one and instead creating, sorry about that, and instead you create a coaching ecosystem where your clients sell for you and your clients upgrade themselves to high ticket offers. My name is Siddharth Rajshekhar and I run a high ticket mastermind with over 100 of the top coaches in our country, besides having a community of more than 30,000 people who have joined me in the last 7 years. And I'm going to break down the exact formula in this video. Hit the subscribe button right now because I'm going to be unlocking the high ticket coaching formula that is working like magic right now. Let's get started. So happy to have you here in this video. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking this down into a simple mind map that I'm going to cover everything right from the beginning. Like, what are the core concepts? What are the problems that are most of the high ticket folks facing today in the industry? What is the formula? How do you really create this into a flywheel? I'm going to show you some actual practical examples at the end of this video of people who have been able to do this and who have crossed more than 10 crores in the coaching industry following this particular high ticket coaching model. And also towards the end, I'm going to give you something very special if you stay till the end. Okay. So what I'm going to do is let's start with the concepts. But before that, I just want to say that this video is especially for those of you who are seeing a lot of these ads and all these different things that high ticket this, high ticket that, high ticket is better. I want you to understand that there's a journey to get to high ticket. And for me, that journey was through low ticket. All of my low ticket experiments helped me build a better connection with my audience, one to many. And by me doing one to one with many of my customers, I was able to understand exactly what their challenges are. And that helped me build a better high ticket product. And we are running, in fact, the best mastermind in our country right now with the top of the line coaches who are doing multiple crores, 1 crore a month, 2 crores a month. We have some of the coaches are doing phenomenally well and are applying the community model and not the client-based model in this approach. Okay, so I would like all of you to take notes and let's get started with the top 3 concepts. The first concept I want to share with all of you, top 4 concepts. The first one is client versus member. Okay, now the vocabulary of selling a high ticket coaching and a community based approach is very different from a high ticket client based approach. The words that we use is member. We are selling memberships. So when you sell memberships into a community, when you do it one to many, people feel that they're a part of something bigger. Whereas a client, the word that we normally use is a client is they pay you something and then you have to deliver the result. It's a very transactional based mindset. Nothing good or bad about it, but it's like going to a doctor and you go to the doctor, you ask the doctor for a medicine and the doctor gives you the medicine and you're the client for the doctor and the doctor cures your problem and then you leave until you have the problem and you come back. Okay. So the mindset of a highly scalable high ticket model is very different when it comes to these two words. Second is 3% versus 97%. Now, whenever I'm doing ads, I'm only catering to the 97% of the market. But most of the client-based models, they're only catering to the top 3%, where they only want the high-ticket client to pay them for a high-ticket offer. And that's perfectly fine. But when you're selling a community membership, you're not looking for the top 3%. Rather, you're looking for the 97% of the market so that you can get them results and you get them to become your top 3%. Okay, so the way I've built my high ticket coaching model is not by catering to the people right at the cream level, whereas I'm catering to the people at the bottom level and helping them get results and getting them to invest in my continued learning programs. Okay, so that is the second differentiation. The third differentiation you'll notice is push versus pull sales. Now, if you look at most of the client based approach, uh, the sales can be a little pushy. So pushy in the sense making unrealistic offers on that one-to-one call, or somehow doing whatever it takes to manipulate and get the sales at that very moment. So sometimes it goes in that direction. Whereas pull sales is where I'm not selling knowledge, I'm selling the journey to a goal. Okay. So when you're building communities, when I've been selling so far in all my webinars, I've not been selling this idea of, okay, just make money selling courses. That's only a part of the bigger picture. The bigger picture is how can we redefine education? How can we revive the spirit of Nalanda? And if you resonate with Nalanda, what it was before, and if you want to be a part of this revolution, then be a part of the community. So my whole sales approach is where I'm selling the journey and selling the vision and not selling my knowledge as a commodity. So this also makes a big difference when you're selling one to one, and in that approach, right? You're looking to just solve like how doctor is giving that medicine, and there's nothing good or bad about it, but we'll come to the problems later, but it is a different mindset. Okay. And when you go for a pull sales, you're selling the vision and you're selling the journey, and that gets everybody into the journey. And number 4 is the concept of one to one versus one to many. Like, we've had many of our students in our community who've had a room of, let's say, when I talk about room, I'm talking about a Zoom room with, say, 200, 300 people, and they've been able to generate 1 crore in one weekend, 2 crores in one weekend, not even one weekend, in one day. They've been able to do that because of selling one to many, selling high ticket one to many. And for people to buy high ticket one to many, you should have established that kind of trust in the marketplace. Okay, people don't just pay high ticket for you just like that. You should have established trust, you should have added value, you should have delivered a result. And when all of these come together, that's what makes a difference. So now that I've shared the concepts, the next thing I would like to do is I want to get into the problems that most people in the high ticket space experience. The first problem is a lot of them, they are only chasing, and even that vibe of chasing repels people away from them. Okay. There are some people who are smart, they do it well, they have a very cool headed approach, they have a very scripted approach, they also are able to do pull the right way. There's also that other end of the spectrum of people who do it the right way, and I really appreciate that. But most people who are chasing, they're repelling people away. That's the one problem. Second problem is, one to one, you can only do so many one to ones in a month, so you're going to hit a bandwidth. Those people are doing cold outreach, expecting clients to convert just like that with one outreach. There's also going to be a challenge because uh, cold outreach, there is no relationship that has been built. There's no pre-framing that is done. So that's why content marketing is important. That's why doing webinars are important. That's why all these different pieces that pre-frame your audience, it helps you get better, conversions. 4 is, let's say you're building a sales team of closers. What's going to happen is, after some time, I've seen this industry, is many of those closers, and they see all the money coming in, and the team members leave the organization, and there's always going to be a continuous churn of team members, however good you may be as a system, and those team members end up setting up their own agencies. And this is a big problem that I'm seeing right now in the industry. And the same way, there's a client churn happening. A client comes in, they pay you once, they get the service for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and they're not going to come back to you because you've already delivered the service. Whereas in my high ticket mastermind, in our quantum club, we have around 100 members, and we have only a 10% churn rate. That means we've had members who have renewed for 3 years, and that's a 10 lakh rupee per year mastermind. And if somebody is renewing for the third year paying 10 lakhs, then there's something that is working over there. So I don't have a churn, that much of a high churn rate in clients that normally the client model do. And because I don't look them as a client, they're a part of the mastermind. Okay. And number 6 is, there's going to be a ceiling that you will be hitting in the high ticket model, in terms of the number of people that you can handhold, the number of clients that you can handhold, and the number of teams that you can have, and even the income that you can actually generate. So if those of you here who are watching this on YouTube, if you can relate with all of these challenges, I want you to type in the chat box. Just type "can relate" in the chat box, in the comment box, if you can relate with this. Because this is what is happening in the industry. And while this is happening, there are some of them who are doing really well. Okay. I don't want to discount that, because they are doing extremely well, and they have perfected the model and they know exactly who they want to serve. And they're able to deliver out. They're able to really generate great revenues by giving them world-class customer service. we have those examples also in the industry. But overall, if you see, those who have not perfected their system are going to be facing these challenges. Now I'm going to be unveiling to you my specific formula. And please take notes, because this is the formula that has helped some of our coaches generate tens and crores of revenue following this formula. Step number one, formula number one is, I totally believe in starting by selling low ticket memberships. Because in order for you to get high ticket sales, I believe that you have to deliver a breakthrough, or you need to build trust even at a lower price point. And I'm talking about a price point of $100 $200 in that price point, in Indian rupee terms, in the range of between 5 to 10,000 rupees. And when people come into that membership, they are a member of your community, you're able to give them the like 10x or 100x value, then they'll be more in a position where they are warmed up, where they trust you for anything which of a higher ticket value. The second thing that I've done as a part of my formula is I've incorporated gamified learning, meaning they are not just coming here to get a service from me. Rather, they are coming to a game that they need to play in order for them to unlock different kind of results. And this creates progress in every single member, where I don't need to babysit everyone. They are working on their own, following my guidelines and following my systems, and where the learning is fun. And which leads me to the third point. There's a lot of peer-to-peer learning happens. So right now we have a hackathon that is going on. We have like thousands of people who are playing this hackathon. And in this hackathon, what is happening is I put them into teams, and each team has a captain, and there's a lot of interaction happening between the members. And this makes the whole experience with a lot more support and a lot more fun, where my personal involvement is not there on a one-to-one level with most of them. And this is the game changer, because most high ticket clients, or high ticket people who are selling high ticket, they get stuck in this loop of being there all the time to their clients, and they absolutely have no freedom for themselves. Okay, so freedom can only be created when you are able to systemize peer-to-peer learning, and it makes this a lot more fun and people make progress. Number four is, I have high ticket certifications. If you see, I have low ticket memberships but high ticket certifications, where I'm helping them continue the journey, where I'm evaluating them with a point system, where I'm certifying them based on my own criteria, based on result, not just based on knowledge. And when all of this comes up, it makes the journey so much more fun for them, and so much more tangible for my students. Then we have something called as a ultra high ticket mastermind. So as people are going through my high ticket certification, which is my diamond level membership, what happens is people achieve all the different milestones, like the Hall of Fame, the 1 crore champion. Then we have the 10 crore champion. And many of these people have hit these milestones. Only to them, I offer my ultra high ticket mastermind, which is like a 10 lakh rupee per year. And I can't take too many people, because there they have accessibility to me, to my WhatsApp number, where I practically audit their business. Every Monday they send me an update through a WhatsApp message, and I'm auditing their business. I just have two people on my team, by the way. It's just me and my team member, and we are able to manage 100 people in that mastermind seamlessly with a very high renewal rate, because of making the whole experience for them more and more valuable. And this gives me stability in my funnel. This is my funnel stabilizer. But for me to launch an ultra high ticket mastermind, it took me 3 to 4 years of low ticket sales and selling high ticket certification, getting more results. And those students who have got results, they ended up paying me more at the highest level. And that's what is creating the momentum in the business. And now the top students of mine who are generating amazing results and building communities, they are becoming my sales team. I've created a win-win-win model, where I just want to say, one of my students, she invited me to her community. There were 200 people in that room, and I did not have to spend a single rupee on advertising or anything. I went there, I spoke about my community, and many of them ended up coming into the front end of my funnel. So I'm basically leveraging the top students of my community to get more people into this ecosystem. Now, this is how my high ticket clients, my ultra high ticket clients, are also becoming my sales team, where not only they're feeding people into my funnel, but I'm also driving people to their funnel. So it's becoming a win-win-win model, a win for the student, a win for my partners, and a win for me as the key coach in this case. So this is giving me extremely high leverage. And this kind of an approach, nobody's doing it anywhere else internationally. Like I'm seeing so many different funnels. Everybody's doing the typical high ticket closing funnel with closers and all of the stuff. And many of them are doing millions of dollars. And it may be really good. It's doing really well. But this kind of a model where community is right at the center, I believe is going to be the game changer in the high ticket coaching business in the next few years. How many of you can resonate with this? And if you're ready for this game, type game on in the comments. Yeah. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the next concept, which is something called as a flywheel. See, in order for you to really make this work, you got to understand the flywheel. And I came up with this flywheel concept in my book that I wrote a few years ago called You Can Coach. If you've not bought that book, please go to Amazon and pick up that book. Now, I was inspired by Amazon's flywheel, and I designed something called as a digital coach flywheel. Now, digital coach flywheel, there are 4 parts to it. Okay. The first part is the customer attraction. That means using short form content, long form content, paid advertising, and webinar selling. All of this is going to get you more people into the door. But once they come into the door into your community, you got to give them a great customer experience. The quality of your paid content, the knowledge ecosystem, the community support, the gamification, recognition, hackathons, and all of this stuff is going to give them a great experience. But if you're just giving them a great experience, but if nobody's getting results, then there's a problem there. So if your people are getting results, that means more and more reviews that are getting built, more and more success interviews that are being documented, a lot of superstar case studies that are coming through your student ecosystem, and you're getting a lot more endorsements by your students where they're talking about you everywhere. That's going to help you build your brand reputation. Now, your brand reputation can be built through your emotion, your bigger mission. Like in our case, our mission is to build or rebuild the revival of Nalanda in a digital age. Okay. That helps you become a thought leader. That helps you get on mainstream media. You'll get recognized. In fact, we're just launching a movie very soon. Okay. And then other influencers will start to endorse you for the work that you're doing. And that brand reputation will help you attract more and more customers. And this snowballs into something really big. And that's how we have grown our ecosystem with just 100, 200, 300 students back in 2018 to now over 30,000 students in 7 years. Okay. And we've been getting to, and this is the exact model that many of our top coaches have been implementing. Okay. So I'm going to show you some exact examples now from our own community, just so that you know that this system works. Okay. So if you can see my screen, many of the top digital coaches in our country are students of this particular model here. And just to give you an example, Dina's fitness coach, she's built a community of 9,500 people using the community model. She could have gone with the fitness client model where she only works with a few high ticket clients, but she did not take that. She took the high ticket coaching model and built a community. And since 2018, she is able to achieve this. Okay. And then we have another example of Shruti Chaudhary, from software engineer to 9.5 crores as a coach into the personality development space. Okay, now she has over 3,500 paid students, generating a revenue of 9.5 crores from the comfort of her own home. Then you have an example like Riddhi. She only started to work with parents, and in the last 7 years, she has more than 4,000 moms that she's impacted. Okay, 4,000 moms. She's traveling 2-3 times in a year, 7-digit revenue, and she has the emotional freedom and financial freedom, and she's not doing the one-to-one client model. Another example is global CXO, earns over 2 CR. Okay, Mudit Saxena. Book coach Shweta Samota, 4,000 authors, crosses 3 crores. Another example is John C. He went from a one-to-one model, ICF certified coach, doing all those hours, going from there to the one-to-many model and crossing over a crore, and going to one-to-many, and he scaled to over 200 members with over 45 L3s just in 4 months. He added 200 people into this community within 4 months. Okay, and there are many, many examples like the celebrity MC Pallavi, Tamil productivity coach Karthikeyan, and then 0 to 50 lakhs Prakhar. And we have many examples like this. But I just want to tell all of you that this is the next evolution of high ticket, okay, and high ticket coaching. So, but for you to be able to do something like this, it has to come from a pure space. It cannot come from a transactional mindset. It cannot come from a space where you just want to sell and close. I don't believe in the word closing. I believe in the word opening relationships. I don't like the concept of I'm going to close a client, I'm going to close a deal. I want to open relationships, because I believe that every person who comes into my world, they're going to be with me for life. They're customers for life. We're going to be working on this together, because the mission is bigger than my knowledge. The mission is bigger than my product, and the product will keep evolving over time. So those of you who can resonate with this, I just want to tell you that I have a special gift for you. The gift is I want to invite you to my webinar. Okay. If you go to the link that's there in the description, you can join my AI Coach Launchpad. It's going to be a free webinar. Join the webinar, watch the entire thing from start to finish, be there, take action, be a part of this community. A lot of people, they look at what I'm doing from the sidelines, but they don't know what I'm actually doing. And the only way to know the essence of community building is to be a part of a community and observe everything that I'm doing. And those who are blindly following the system are able to create waves, they're able to make an impact at scale, and they're able to live a meaningful life where they're actually building legacy for themselves. So if you can resonate with this, just share some of your thoughts in the comments below and let me know if you're ready for this game. All the best and catch you in the next video.